This is Radio Row. This is Super Bowl week. This is what it's all about. Cam Hayward to my left on the same stage as us, doing an interview, not with us, with Colin Cowherd. And we have Big E on the set right now. Yeah. Big E, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's good to be here.
Yep. Are you enjoying Radio Row, Super Bowl week, San Francisco, all that good stuff?
Yeah, it's been kind of nuts. I actually live in Oakland, so I'm just across the bridge, so it's nice to be home for this.
Yeah.
Big E, you played football at the University of Iowa.
I did.
Big Hawkeye guy. Their brand of football, do you ever get tired of watching it? Because I personally don't think I could watch college football if it was run, punt, punt, punt.
Okay, wait. So people are used to that. Okay, all right. So that was the Iowa offense as of, let's say, 2023. I'll give you that. All right. I also watch that offense sometimes, not the most enjoyable. But I will say, since Tim Lester, the last couple seasons, he's come in as OC. This team, if you watched Iowa this past season, it was a lot more fun than Iowa teams of the past. So I think people are thinking of, okay, that was Iowa from a few years ago when Torrey Taylor was around, and it was 3 yards in a cloud of dust and a lot of punting. And look, we have, I go to Iowa, you go to the bookstores, and the punting is winning shirts. We're very, very popular. Look, but Gronowski, we had Mark Gronowski this past season, a lot more fun mobile quarterback. So people have to get used to this new, evolved Iowa offense that, look, we might have been ranked 134th in the country. Now we're at 100th, you know? And that's a big leap, all right?
The new Iowa offense that scores occasionally in the 20s.
Taylor.
Yeah, that's right. Get used to it. Taking the world by storm.
Taylor, how dare you? How much money I made on the Iowa under for years.
It was a joke. A running joke on this show is always take the Iowa under.
I'm not a betting guy, but I too thought of taking the Iowa unders every single week.
No way we're getting 6 this week.
But you play defense at Iowa, right?
I was a defensive lineman, yes.
All right, so you're never out there like, hey, offense, fucking score, let's go.
When I played, we had a good offense, I played with Drew Tate, I played with Marshall Yanda as well. Despite that, even when people are griping and complaining about the offense, Iowa was still winning 10 games.
Right.
When I was there, we won the Big Ten. We split it with Michigan. We still have a lot of great teams, so let's not be too hard on my guys.
Biggie, you mentioned you're not a gambling guy. I haven't been a gambling guy, and this story connects back to you. Since 2016, I was in college. I was down to my last $100. I was like, what's a quick way I can make money? I bet New Day at WrestleMania 32 against the League of Nations. You guys lost.
We did lose.
You guys were big favorites,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to make a quick $20, and I haven't bet since.
You want to punch him in the face? He's bringing up all these bad things.
No. First of all, I don't even know how that's possible. First of all, I should have been betting on wrestling the entire time. If I know the finish, what am I doing? Right. Look, that was legit. So that moment is interesting because we come out of that giant Bootios box. That year, we are #1 in all of WWE at WrestleMania for merch. We are big merch movers that year. I had a Cena, I had a Taker, ahead of all these legends. But that match is far from one of my fondest memories. So yeah, that was not a fun one. But yeah, my bad.
What are you doing out here this week, man? What are you promoting here?
So I'm here promoting a show called The Evaluation. Nice. It is a pre-draft show. It premieres February 12th on the Sumer Sports YouTube page. That's SUMER. And man, it was a lot of fun. I got to sit down and talk to Eli Manning. I talked to Joe Thomas. I talked to Marshall Faulk. So we also sit down with Mike Mayock, with these scouts, these former scouts and NFL GMs, and we get their perspective on this year's class of prospects coming out. And we also marry that with Sumer Sports and their tech and really look at the game in a really unique way. So I think it's such a fresh take on the pre-draft process, on breaking down. We're going to talk about Fernando Mendoza. We're talking about Ruben Bain, a lot of these young players. So if you're not as familiar, as if you're a big NFL fan and you're not as familiar, it's a great way to catch up on the players that your team might be drafting very, very soon. And if you love college football like me, it's a great analysis to see how the guys that you've watched might come up into the NFL. So yeah, it's called The Evaluation. Comes out February 12th on Sumer Sports YouTube page.
Why was this so appealing to you? Why was this something you wanted to do?
Because I'm a college football nut, man, and I get to talk to. Personally, I don't like. as far as like the talking head shows where it's a lot of loud arguing and making points, I just want great analysis.
Right.
I want to hear from the experts.
Sure.
And, one of the scouts tells a story about being at Michigan when Drew Henson's the starting quarterback, and a janitor pulls him aside and he says, look, there's a ton of buzz in the building about this guy named Tom Brady. You might want to check him out. So these scouts, they have the inside story of being boots on the ground, scouting some of the best players to ever do it. And I love getting their insight. And if you love getting that valuable information and insight, plus the technology from Sumer Sports, this show is that. And again, like I said, we're sitting down with Pro Football Hall of Famers, with Super Bowl MVPs, and getting their insight as well.
It's awesome. These guys have a game for you in just a second here, but I'm wondering, because I was looking at your, I was doing some research for this interview, and I was checking out your resume, and there were so many amazing things on that resume, and I'm wondering the thing you're proudest of, the thing you accomplished that you were proudest of in your life.
Oh, man, there's a lot. State champion in high school, powerlifting national champion. I will say I think the work with the New Day is something I'm most proud of. We were three guys who were struggling to get our careers reinvigorated again, kind of struggling at the time, and for us to come together when people were doubting us, it took about a year of back and forth creatively to even get the idea rolling, and we ended up becoming guys who were named the greatest tag team of all time in WWE. And look, it's a very subjective list, but WWE named us that, so don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But we've been able to accomplish a lot. So I think, having three guys who are kind of cast aside and being able to build something special that people still talk about, Bootios. We had a cereal called Bootios that you could actually buy at FYE.
Right.
So, yeah, man.
Did you really?
That's a real thing.
Wow.
That is a real thing.
Huh.
They kind of taste like Lucky Charms. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I actually had Mia Khalifa posted about them. And yeah, it's a strange life I've lived. But
No
man,
idea who
great
that
life.
is.
No,
Yeah, I don't. Someone told me to.
Did you hear
I
that,
didn't know
wife?
anything about her background.
I don't know
either.
who that is.
Who is this woman? I have no idea. I've never heard of her. But no, man, it was a real blast being a part of the New Day and building everything we did.
What is your favorite cereal? Is it Lucky Charms?
I'm not a cereal guy. Back in the day, what was my favorite? I don't know. Who eats? I'm grown. I don't eat cereal.
I'm a grown
Cinnamon
man.
Toast Crunch?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, but then like that after the cinnamon after, it's kind of it's a lot. But yeah.
Big E, are you ready for this game? I have no idea what game they're going to spring on you right now.
All
I'm
right.
going to let Taylor and Mikey A take it away here. But Taylor, go ahead. What's the game here?
So this game is called New Day or No Way.
Ooh, okay.
If you agree with it, it's New Day.
Yes.
If you don't agree with it, it's No Way.
Wow,
Got it.
The music, very dramatic.
Yeah.
First question. Boarding before your group is called. New Day or No Way?
You like that one, huh?
No way. In fact, sometimes, even if I'm group one, sometimes I'll wait to the very end because I don't. Why are we so? If I need to get my bags up there, fine.
so
If I'm
right.
not checking a bag.
You're so right.
But if not,
Right.
I'm not trying to be on that plane extra
Right.
early.
Right.
That's a no way.
Right. Why are we rushing to get on a tube?
Exactly. No thanks.
Yes, I'm with you on that.
All right. Peeing in the pool.
Oh,
New Day.
yeah.
Yeah, look,
my man.
He who is without sin cast the first stone. I have peed in many a pool.
Yes.
It's there, man.
Right.
It's,
Why
it's just
not?
right there.
When in
Am I
Rome.
supposed to get out of to go find a bathroom?
Right.
No.
Wait, but if you had a choice, okay, you're not in the pool.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom to your right and a pool to your left.
I mean, I'm not a barbarian.
I am.
I'll go use the bathroom.
Let's go good.
The guy who has multiple favorite teams in the same sport. New Day or No Way?
No way. It's
Thank you.
blasphemy.
Thank you.
You pick one team and you stick with it. I
Thank
don't care
you.
if look, I'm from Tampa. I'm a long-suffering Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. That's what we did in the 80s when we were in the old sombrero. When we used to. It's funny because the creamsicle jerseys that people love now, which I love too.
Yeah.
We hated. They were disgusting. So you stick with your team through thick and thin, and then we finally win that Super Bowl in 2003. And I was elated because I suffered with my team through it all. I wasn't bouncing around. I wasn't back and forth. And I deserved when I ran around the block when they won the Super Bowl because it meant something to me because of my loyalty to my team. And there are also people, I'm here with a woman named Megan Moran. She's a friend. She didn't go to Michigan, but she's a big Michigan fan.
Right.
I will say that's fine. So if you didn't go to a school on the college level, if you didn't go to a school, but you pick them as your team, that's fine. But you ride with that team until the very end. I don't care if they're terrible for a whole decade. That's your team. Stick with them.
What if you're a Jeff fan?
I just pray for you.
Thank you.
Many prayers.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. but you got to ride with them.
Yeah, and we do, unfortunately. How about Indiana fans who pre-2025 suddenly they're the biggest Indiana football fans of all time?
Well, I don't know if a lot of them are jumping ship or if they were just quiet. Look, pre a couple years ago, I also, if I was an Indiana fan, I would also keep quiet. But look, for the fans who have been there from the very beginning and have always put on those IU colors,
yes,
shout out to them, man.
Right.
I felt so good for those because this is a world prior to NIL, the transfer portal. There is never a world where Indiana can win a national championship. All right, it's not possible. It's never happening. So shout out to them.
All right.
Well, that was my next one. Indiana, powerhouse in the Big Ten. New day or no way.
Oh, New Day, man. It's such a great story. It pains me in that I want to see that for Iowa. I want to see us compete for national championships.
But now you know you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if Indiana can do it, anyone can do it. Right?
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. But, it's easy to root for Mendoza. I love that story. I love what Coach Sig is building. And look, man, your last 3 national champions come out of the Big Ten.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the Big Ten homer.
Said that proudly.
Just means more.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. We'll show you SEC.
Go ahead, Taylor.
Pineapple on pizza, new day or no way?
It's not for me.
Yep.
But I'm gonna say New Day. Like you ain't hurting nobody.
Right.
Do you? It's
Yeah.
not for me, but New Day if you enjoy it.
It's gross. I mean,
All right, last one
you ain't
for
hurting
you.
anyone, though. That's
Exactly.
right. It's your choice. That's
Do
right.
you?
Yeah.
If I have to be around it, it's hurting me.
Right.
Tony Romo, the broadcaster.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, we have to. In Radio Row Super
I will
Bowl.
say early in his career, definitely New Day.
Okay.
Lost some of the luster.
A little bit of luster is. I don't want to say no way, but maybe I'll whisper it. No way. But shout out me. Look, he's Tony Romo. What am I gonna? He's. I hope he finds the mojo again. Hope he finds the spark. Yeah.
Go ahead, Taylor. One more.
SEC football, new day or no way?
I'm a Big Ten guy, but it's gonna be New Day. I still enjoy SEC football. Look, you can't tell me when Bama Georgia rolls around that you're not excited for the. Those are still some of the most marquee games. I still, as proud as I am to see the Big Ten ascend, I still love watching the SEC as well. So New Day, obviously.
One more, we'll get you out of here.
The elements in a football game,
Yes.
because a lot of people are coming
I
out
hate
with
this.
wanting domes now, but snow football, new day
Yeah.
or no way?
Yep.
So Stugotz, you're what? This is you're what? You like the elements?
I like the elements. I think football was in certain cities like Chicago, Buffalo. Football was meant to play.
Yeah.
Was meant to be played outside.
I go back and forth because I wonder, like, when it's just ice.
Yeah.
I feel like it really limits things. But you're right. That is, I'm gonna say. So is it
The elements.
to the elements? I'm gonna say New Day to the
Right.
elements. You're right. It's supposed to be outdoors, and I will say. So I think of Minnesota. I played at Minnesota, and they tore down their old dome. The Gophers did. And they built this outdoor stadium. And look, during the winters, it's brutal, but that gives you an advantage. And I think there's an element to that. And I think sometimes we lose a lot of personality with these stadiums when they're all domes that look similar. So,
Right.
yeah, big shout out to the elements.
You tired of walking up these hills in San Francisco, man? I mean, Jesus.
It's very hilly. Yeah.
Good quads, though.
The eyes are sore.
Good
I mean, walking
exercise.
downhill hurts. I
It
mean,
does too. Yeah, it does. It's good for the quads. So.
Yes. One more time on the way out. Promote the evaluation. What you're doing with that?
Yes, sir. I am the host of The Evaluation. You can catch it February 12th for our very first episode. It is 10 episodes dropping. We are talking all things the pre-draft process. So if you want to learn some more information about all the players coming out of college and who are going to make a big impact on the next level, check us out. We sit down, like I said, with Pro Football Hall of Famers, with absolute legends of the game, and we sit down with the scouts and GMs who have been doing this work. So we really get the best analysis from the experts. So please check us out February 12th. The Evaluation on Sumer Sports YouTube page.
You are a good man. Enjoy the rest of your time out here in San Francisco. Good luck with the show, and we appreciate it, man. We appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.